Yo, what's going on, everyone? Finally, after some last week being sick and some scheduling conflicts from yesterday, we are here. What's up? Thank you for hanging with us. I'm Dana.
I'm Chip.
As always. And I forgot to put my chair up, as always.
Maybe it's
There
a
we
wrong
go.
chair.
Yeah, I didn't switch chairs, but yeah, it's okay. All right, here we go. So, crazy morning. I was just making coffee, of course. Love it. Perfect coffee for a perfect morning. So last week, we both weren't feeling good. I canceled because I wasn't feeling good, but actually turns out Jib wasn't feeling too well either, right?
But I can get up.
But she could get up. I was out of it last week. Now, I think we had gone and shot on Saturday, right? And it was very sunny and quite hot, and I think I was just feeling really fatigued on Saturday. I didn't feel good at all. So, I think by the time, I went to bed Sunday, I was just, kind of wiped out. And that fatigue kind of followed me over to Saturday. I don't know if it was the same cause of why you weren't feeling good, but that's definitely why I wasn't feeling good.
It's a long day. We went up. I woke up early, waiting to depart.
Yeah.
And when we arrived at temple, we walk a lot in the sun. Yes. And then lunch with family.
Yep.
And then I went to Siam Jam.
Yeah. I went home. I wasn't feeling good since that afternoon because I had to go home.
Yeah. And then I have haircut.
Yeah.
So it's long day. Finish almost like 8 p.m. before I come home.
Yeah. And I think, just really fatigued and didn't feel good overall.
That's the warning that we owe.
Yeah, very old. Very old. But ultimately, it's been a good week. And then obviously, I don't know how to schedule things because I didn't schedule yesterday's stream properly. See, we got at least Seth in the chat here. What's going on? How's things in OKC, my friend? And then, Black Coffee Club. Wait until they come on live. Lennon's bed. Okay. So I don't know where, was that yesterday? I can't see the time on the, that looks like that was today. Yeah.
Maybe yesterday.
Oh, because it shows up over on this one.
Oh, okay.
What's that? Oh, no time still.
No time.
No timestamp, yeah. Oh, well.
You see what Chris said?
Yeah, he posted
For
update.
you.
Official update, yeah. All right, good. So a lot going on over the last 2 weeks that we weren't here. Let's jump into talking about some of the things. First, we got one of my favorite stories. I always like when this happens. Not but I always find it hilarious. A dump truck leaves their bed up, takes off. And this happens all over the world. This happens in America, Europe. These videos exist everywhere. But this dump truck completely takes out this footbridge that goes over the highway.
Yes.
Yeah. They're just gone. Oh, that was yesterday, Black Coffee Cup. So we had accidentally scheduled for yesterday, but then said I misscheduled. So I thought I was scheduling for Sunday. In my haste, I scheduled for Saturday. But it's Saturday for Canada, U.S., Sunday for us. Correct, babe? If I schedule it appropriately, which I did not. And then we started getting messages while I was still asleep yesterday. Hey, where are you guys?
Thank you that you care for us.
Yeah, thank you to keep coming by. And thank you for messaging
I
us.
was what happened? No, just
Yeah,
you said it
I did
wrong
not
way.
die yet.
So who knows what can happen? We can just walk on that bridge, and that truck just hit it.
True. There's actually there's a famous website and YouTube channel. I think it's called 11'8", with this bridge that's just slightly lower than normal clearance.
Okay.
And they set up a camera, 2 cameras actually, have multiple angles of vehicles just smashing into this bridge.
But they should have the height sign.
There's an LED sign before the bridge telling you what the height is. There's signs on the bridge. They put a beam up to let you know that you're not going to clear it. Still. So there's like thousands of videos, just people like in like
And
full on.
Why they don't know the height, the truck's height, or what?
No, they know. They just, I think people are so conditioned. Like, so let's say it's 11'8", but like the normal clearance is like 12'8", so you have an extra foot. And people just smash into things. Like, they're just conditioned to like not see the change.
They think they are in the movie that is like, I can do it, or
No. I think they're
like-
just conditioned to like their truck fits under everything else all the time.
no, but there's a sign hanging there.
Correct. But it's like here too. Like, people get used to taking a left-hand turn and there
Yeah.
not being any oncoming traffic. And then they'll take a left-hand turn into oncoming traffic and hit someone. Like that's common. Right? And that's common everywhere. People just get conditioned if you do the same thing over and over. And even though it's not that bridge, I used to, when I was an engineer, we had these pickup trucks with a boom on them. Like a Ford F-450s, huge pickup trucks, bigger than we see here. And the boom stood up like 12 feet, 4 inches or something like that. With like 4 meters. 4-ish meters. And there was one of the technicians was driving the truck under this railroad bridge that was low. And it was like 10 feet low, like very low. And going faster than the speed limit and smashed the boom, actually hitting the sign that said how high the clearance was.
Oh.
Yeah, so the boom smashed into the sign, and the truck actually buckled at the frame because she hit it so fast. Yeah. So these things happen. Hey, Moretta, what's going on? Happy 2024 to you as well. Oh, well, you might have missed the one yesterday that was messed up in street.
That's good. You missed yesterday.
So glad you made today. How's things out in San Fran? Yeah, Black Coffee Club. How's things out in the Great White North of Canada? Very cold? Or are you here in Thailand?
I saw like news that it's like snow everywhere.
Oh, in Canada, that's just winter. That's like this time of year normally.
Yeah.
Very, very cold.
I like to see it, but I don't want to stay there.
Yeah, right? I mean, this is the thing. Like, it's nice. It's nice to experience a little bit of cold.
Yeah, a couple of days there.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. And then come home to nice tropical weather.
I like to
Cold.
be tan.
He says not much snow, though. Okay, in Toronto. Okay. Okay, not cold with not a lot. But see, here's the thing. Like, snow only looks good for like a day.
Just a day?
Like, you get snow. Yeah, like when it's new, it's beautiful. It's fluffy and white and like nice. And then people walk in it, cars drive on it. You have to go outside. It's like, ugh.
Do you remember my friend who married with the Dutch
Yeah,
guy?
yeah.
That they have a
Little kid.
Yes,
Yeah.
little daughter. So now she like to go out and eat snow.
Well, when you're a kid, you just got to avoid the yellow snow because it's not lemon flavored.
So I think they might she might eat in their house.
Oh, okay.
They have a backyard.
Yeah, I can.
It's like, so
That's safe.
I told my friend that, okay, I will send the red nectar with the condensed milk, sweet condensed milk.
Could.
So
It'd
then
be
she
tasty.
replied to me that, then her daughter will never come inside.
Yo, Callum, what's going on, man? How's New Zealand life? We gotta set some dates for our next couple episodes. Callum and I have started recording season 2 of the Small Bike Stuff podcast. I'm actually looking forward. I think your next video comes out tomorrow. The Madass. It's this cool little bike. It's just a complete tubular body. The tank is in the tube. I've only ever seen one in Thailand. 16C in Toronto. Ooh, that's not
16.
bad. Oh,
it's
minus
already cold.
16. Minus 16
is like, wow.
I thought it was 16. No, minus 16. Yeah, that's cold. That's cold. San Fran, yeah, cold and raining, as always, right? Cold and raining in San Fran. At least no snow. Yamaha Malaysia announced the Y16ZR with AB. Oh, yeah. No, you know what?
Get them to New Zealand. Oh.
No, in Vietnam they already have it with ABS. Thailand's the only country that I thought Malaysia did. already have it, but Thailand just not going to get it. There's like so many models of that bike in Vietnam. In Vietnam, they still sell the 150 and the 155 version. It's a very popular bike. You know, ultimately, like, I love the bike. I think it's still a great bike, the Exciter. There's just, you know, it's not a Honda. Like, this is what I'm coming to find out. Like, that bike is amazing as it is. It's just like I yearn for a Honda. Like, I still want my Honda. Like, that's like, I need a Honda. That's my only gripe. What's that?
Going.
I'm not getting a Goldwing. Goldwing is essentially a 1800cc scooter. But yeah, I just like I still find like I yearn for like the MSX. I feel just has a better build quality overall than the Exciter. The Exciter is great. It's fast. It's nimble. It does everything I want it to do. It's just like when you've had a bike like the quality of like a MSX or a Wave or whatever. It's like it's tough to like really ride anything else because you know Hondas, they're not the fastest bikes, they're not the sexiest bikes, but god damn they're the most reliable and the best built. Period. Jib is not excited about bike talk. That Goldwing could be in the future. 1.4 million. Imagine like just driving that in Bangkok. Like our neighbor drives his GSX 750 to work every day, just 1 kilometer. GSX still a small bike, right? He drives it basically just to Punyawiti every day for work. Now, you can still kind of get in and out of traffic with that bike, right? It's possible because it's just a naked bike. Now, a Goldwing, I don't even know if I could get it off. Let's see, I could turn on tonight onto our main soy. And then, if let's say I want to go up to Unna, because basically if you go up to 77, that allows you to go any way on Sukhumvit or down to Sinakaran. Yeah, I would have trouble just on the cut-through soy on Unna 30. I would have a hard time getting down that soy because how big that bike is. That bike is almost as wide as your brother's old car.
Oh.
That's how, I mean, it's like his old, was that a Mazda? Or Suzuki? So he had this little compact Suzuki, great car, a little Swift. The Goldwing is as wide as that car. So just not a Bangkok bike. Not a Bangkok. It's cost 3 of his car as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 3 times the price, almost as wide, less practical. 27 degrees. Oh, not bad. 73% humidity in New Zealand. Oh, nice summer day. Nice summer day for New Zealand. Despite not wanting a Goldwing, you would suit one. Promise that's not an insult. Yeah, no, I mean, size-wise, right? It's comparable. It's a comparable size bike for me, right? If you think about like size of the human versus size of the bike, right? Maybe it's on par. It's just not my personality, not my type of bike, not what I want. And I imagine the frustration. I bet you it would take an hour in traffic to go from where we live to Sukhumvit if there was heavy traffic on 77. Done. Yeah, it's just not the bike. And then even if I wanted to leave the city, right? Let's say we lived in Prachani Wet still, which is on the outskirts of Bangkok, northern outskirts of Bangkok, right? And I want to go to Nakhon Nayok or like Khao Yai for a day on the bike. I pull out on Wipavati and I'm stuck in traffic. Literally 30 seconds on the bike because not much traffic out to Wat Samya Nari, right? Our way. Jump on, make that left, cruising down, feeling good, 30 seconds, cross the train tracks, get to Wipavati, traffic. Now I'm basically any other car on the road. That's it.
Without AC.
Without AC. Just sitting there, my nuts with an engine underneath them, roasting them. 1,800 cc's of convection heating. Yeah, not good. Roast chestnuts.
You don't use it anyway.
I try. Gotta go get the snippety snippet cabbage and condoms. Caleb's already in, wants to see some art. What do you got? What are you working on now? You got your PDF of that you've been working on with teacher?
Oh, it's his painting that I'm fixing kind of the scanning line.
Oh, gotcha. So right now, Jib's been working on a big embroidery project, not at home. That is located at the palace, and then she's been ordered by the teachers at the painting department to finish this one design painting. Do you have the drawing, the outline of that one here?
I think I showed it before.
Yeah, show it again. Let's jump into some art. This one's it's kind of cool, and I'll let Jib tell the story. But think of like this is like the Thai version of that little arm cat that goes like this. That is like to get money, like for vendors. They put that out as like Lucky Cat. So this is like the Thai version of that. Also, while Jib is pulling that out, I'm getting the today I'm supposed to meet with Don from Don's Bespoke Footwear, who's doing some custom motorcycle boots for me. And I'm making a documentary about like that process and him and like the history of shoemaking and, you know, basically about how he came to Thailand. So breaking that down now and try to get some footage. Hopefully I'll get a little footage today, but him and Jib are also working on a project together, a design project that when I see him today, I got to pick up some parts for it. I see Jib's unrolling everything. So I got to pick up some of the leather pieces that Jib's embroidering for this project, and we'll share more about that as the time comes. Find it, babe? No. No? All right, don't worry about it. Jib's deep into the rolls. All right, babe, don't worry. Come on back. No art today, I guess. Jib cannot find it.
Sorry.
It's all good. All good. So I was talking about the shoe design with Don. Mm-hmm. And today I'm supposed to see him. I'll pick up the new straps.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. And then we can trace it out, and then we can I can put it on the mesh for you. And then you can start to work it. There was another story that kind of like gave me flashbacks of America. There was a man arrested with a shotgun and ammo on the BTS. This is a few weeks ago. He said he was going to a friend's birthday party in Nana.
Is it real gun?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I guess he had it slung up some way that was like sort of concealing it, but not really. And people noticed it, called the police. They show up, and he's just got a bag full of ammo and a shotgun.
Where he's from?
I don't know. I didn't get too deep into it. I thought he was Thai, but I mean, it's just a crazy story because, you know, a weapon like a shotgun on the BTS is that's devastating, devastating, and there's really little you can do, you know, against a weapon like that in a crowd, like, you know, unless you can get to the gunman. I mean, you're kind of stuck. Yeah. So hopefully that does not become norm.
Crazy.
Very crazy. So I also want to talk about the cannabis law. There's now a new law that they're proposing, a new bill for cannabis that will roll back regulations. Is that right?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought you saw the news on it. Like they want to put a new law in to make it just medical.
That's good.
Well, they want to eliminate the ability for people to sell recreationally.
Oh, okay.
Right? So, like...
Well, I think when they announced to make cannabis legal, they said that time for medical use only, and they didn't support the recreation use. But
the law was very vague, yeah.
As like some bill not passed on time, like some vote no for that or something like that. That's they cannot really like make it strong control for that. Then like all this shop open for sale on the road that you see it now. So actually, they did it with the knowledge that it might happen.
Oh no, for sure. I mean, when they went full on legal cannabis, like when shops opened, they knew that it could happen. It was a risk. It would be interesting to see like a proper economic study about what the impact of legalized cannabis has been on the economy. That would be interesting to see. Like, has it really impacted the economy as much as the shops say it has, or has it kind of been stagnant, or have the shops in some way been sort of skirting the beneficial part of the economic boost to the government, so like not paying taxes, right? That would be key. Now, I think there's a reality where it could become, where regulation could become stricter for medical use, but it remains available to the general public through that medical exemption. So like if you, kind of like it was in California like a while ago, where you could just pop into like the cannabis shop, see a doctor and say, oh, I have a headache, and be like, hey, try some cannabis. So
It can be like that.
Yeah, and I definitely think it could be like that and be widely available.
But you just need the doctor to sign that for you.
Yeah, and I think they could do it through the TTM system, the Thai traditional medical doctor system, as opposed to a medical system, right? Like, keep in mind, we do have Thai traditional medical doctors here who can prescribe herbal remedies. I believe cannabis would strongly fall under that herbal remedy type of solution. Yeah.
Possible.
Or plant-based remedies. Yo, Homo, what's up, man? If they make it illegal again, I'm moving to Cambodia. Well, you know what they say about middle-aged white dudes who move to Cambodia? Just playing, bro. I feel like the horse bolted a bit too long ago to make any sweeping changes. Wouldn't surprise me to see more regulation, but imagine the pushback from the industry will be wild. Yeah, for sure. Any pushback would be... Look, I mean, I agree. They sort of, if they wanted to really regulate it and ban recreation, they would have taken the steps when those bills were initially posted. Government, however, does act slowly. We have to keep this in mind. And, there was a lot of grandstanding during elections that, we'll make this illegal, this is bad, right? And I think all politicians, right, they're mostly full of shit. So they say something during election period that they have no intention of actually following through on. That's what politicians do. Their job is to lie. Mark Twain famously said that politicians in diapers should be changed frequently and for the same reason. So, to think that there's really substantive, opposition may be kind of pushing it. But, I mean, to save face, which is a big thing culturally, you could enact more medical restrictions, kind of pushing it into the realm of Thai traditional medicine. And that would sort of curtail the idea that it's available for free recreational use, uninhibited recreational use, while still making it technically available for recreational use. You just have to say you have a headache. And you get a little prescription and a medical card from the TTM, right? And off you go with your weed. I mean, I can't see that being horrible. In my opinion, the law will just be another fee that everyone has to buy a doctor's note. Yeah, Cali was just like that for a decade. Yeah, and I think it's a more reasonable way for the government to try to get around their inability probably to make it fully illegal again. To say the cat's out of the bag, absolutely. And I mean, yeah, if you put a prescription fee on it, right, it's going to be a little bit more money, right? It makes it slightly less easy to get. You just can't walk into a shop and pick a strain. But it also keeps it available, which I think is the better option here, if they're going to pass a law. This is assuming politicians can get together, make a majority, and vote on something that actually passes.
Oh, what Hemisphere gonna do? That you told me that there were a biggest something.
Yeah, originally they were planning to have this massive cannabis floor in Hemisphere, and they backed out on that, obviously.
Oh, actually, so that area never opened.
Yeah, so I went to Hemisphere the other day to meet up with Keone and some of his friends, and that place is confusing to get around. I had to meet them on the 5th floor at this place called Tribe. And I went up the 5th floor in the escalator. I ended up in IKEA, and there was no way from IKEA to get to the tribe. And then I went another way to the 5th floor, and there was like some event space. They're like, no, can't go here. And then I ended up in the parking lot.
Do they have map like you can download?
I end up in the parking lot on the 3rd floor somehow. And then I ended up having to ask the security guard, and she walked me over to an elevator in the parking lot that brought me up to the 5th floor. Then I had to walk out and around to get back to this tribe place.
Is it different business?
No, it's all part of M-Sphere. It's basically like M-Sphere's version of Escape from Emporium. Or Emportia, whatever it is. So it's just a beach club in the mall. Like there's a pool but besides all that, I mean, it was just very difficult to find my way around. Which is very much like Emporium, Emcuria, whatever. I can never find my way around there either.
Because there are like 3 towers that it's not connect some part.
Whoever is designing these malls needs to just kind of chill.
They would like you to walk more.
Yeah, like
exercise.
I just want to be able to find stuff. Like, don't make it so difficult. But crazy life. Seth is very interested in Thai herbal remedies. Indeed. Just more bureaucracy. Oh, my back hurts. I feel depressed. Here's your... No, for sure. I mean, also, I don't think it'll be 3,000 baht. Like
maybe 300?
Yeah, like TTMs are generally very affordable. Now, if it goes... That's assuming it goes the Thai traditional medical route, right? If it happens to go another way, where it has to be actual medical personnel, then we're kind of screwed regardless, right? Like, it's going to be expensive no matter what. Like, if you have to go to a hospital, they'll just jack the price up because they can. But again, it is assuming that someone can actually, that the politicians can actually get together and vote and pass a law, right? This is assuming a lot. Right now, it's a lot of talk, which I think is 95% what politicians do. And if we think that 5% action is actually going to come to fruition, then let's see. Oh, you know another thing? I'm going to take the opportunity to bitch about the U.S. Embassy's lack of notary services again. Right? So, when you live overseas, no matter where you're from, your embassy, generally one of their duties, not their only duty, and not even their major duty, but one of their duties at the embassy, or one of their things, is they offer citizen services. The American embassy used to offer quite a bit more. Now, like, a lot of things you have to process outside of Thailand that you could do here previously. And they refuse to notarize anything to do with education. And they put a little blurb on their website saying that they don't notarize any degrees or transcripts anymore to validate them. And they haven't informed immigration or anything like that, so immigration still expects that the embassy will do this. And like, if you don't have an American notary on stuff, they're like, oh no, it's not valid. It's such a crazy thing. And there's no other way to get an American notary in Thailand other than use the embassy because of the way they're issued. It's so BS. I mean, it does feel as though and also apparently they don't do citizenship for children here anymore. You have to you have to process it through the Philippines. So a friend of mine has a kid, was trying to process her birth certificate to get her a U.S. passport. And they're like, oh, we don't do that anymore. It's just, it's becoming more and more difficult to deal with the U.S. government.
Maybe because they know that their people like it here and would like to stay here, would like to have family here. So that's why they don't want to support any service anything that relate about family or job, because they don't want to lose their citizen.
It's like every time
to this country.
Every time I go in, I've had to go in there recently. It's like, there's someone in there they're denying services to. Now, I don't know the specifics, but having been in that situation myself and seeing it every time I'm in there, it feels like their primary goal is to just deny services to U.S. citizens, make it more difficult to live here. Yeah. Yeah. It's frustrating. The U.S. government is, in general, a frustrating beast. All right, let's see. Yeah, medical tax. Yeah, no, definitely medical thing is a tax, right? Hey, Martha, have a good night. Thanks for swinging by. Nikki, how are you? Beautiful doggy in the picture there. Thanks for swinging by. Much appreciate. Joe, what's up? How's little man? Indeed, please do hit the thumbs up. Oh, on his PS5. Nice. What's he playing? Where we at? Nikki's bed is calling. Been cleaning mission for the last few hours. That's our weekend mission usually as well. Gotta get some cleaning done. Why were those incel students fighting at MBK? Look like, oh yeah. Actually, that's next on my list. Was the student brawl. So
What's a brawl mean?
Brawl's like a big fight.
Or it's just normal. Yeah.
So-
it's not big fight.
So brawl is like a fight between two big groups of people.
So the thing is, there are two big vocational schools. As always, like these two schools like to fight each other.
Yeah.
So one located not far from National Stadium. One located next to Chula.
Yeah.
And of course, MBK in the middle of those two schools.
Yeah.
And they somehow would like to meet up and fight there. That's it.
So
And scare people.
this is the first time I've not the first time. So this is the first time in a while that I've heard about this.
A couple years ago, they fought on Skywalk
Yeah, so this is a few years back, but
in front of BACC.
Yes, and,
And the
that's the
other
time the
year-
police found a bunch of weapons after they
The
cleared
other
out the fight.
year, it's like Siam Square.
Yeah, I remember
About like a Siam Square one. So yeah, those two.
near the optic
schools.
shop. They're a nice optic.
Yeah, those two schools that they try to move them out of the city.
Famous for these fighting. But yeah, like 2 years ago, they fought right in front of BACC on the SkyTrain, on the Skywalk, and the video was crazy. There was probably like 150, 200 people fighting total. And afterwards, they all cleared out, and the police are in there, and they're just like picking up all the weapons. So there was like motorbike chains. There was like bats with spikes in them, like straight out of a zombie movie.
Yeah.
So, someone had I saw one of the things. There was a sword, but it was like it looked like a jumbo sized straight razor. It was just a piece of metal with an edge on it, and it was like a square.
There are mechanic students. So at school, they have all equipment that they can sharpen
Yeah.
metals. They can do whatever. They can even kind of make look like a gun, like with a one bullet,
Yeah. Oh, zip gun. We call it zip gun.
something like
Yeah.
that. So, if you guys have no idea about how this happened, go to Netflix, find a movie Four Kings. So it's about that story. I don't know who started this. Like when they wear the chopped shirt, like that you wear, like they will have school color, and they will have like badge on the pocket. Then they know what's your school,
Yeah.
and they start to beat you if you walk alone. But if you walk as a group, you beat someone else.
Black Coffee Club's best comment here.
What?
Was anyone chanting, "Warriors, come out and play"? It's from a movie called War. It's a famous scene. I'll show you later. Well, it's like they're chanting the other school to come out and fight. Like, come out and play.
So like for a football fan, like a soccer fan, they have like hooligans
Yeah.
that like to fight each other. So those students is like that. Like when they get together, big group, they will fight. But
Joe's
if
been
they're
in a few
alone,
brawls.
they will quiet.
So it is very much like they're like almost like sports rivalries in the U.S. or like Jib said, like football hooligan rivalries. And for some reason, the students just really get into this.
It's like because the senior will tell them the story, make them believe, and they have to like take it and keep doing it, something like
Yeah.
that, which is stupid.
Now I remember.
Instead of there, pay attention to study, become the best mechanic man,
Oh,
and get like a high paid job at like a industrial community somewhere in Thailand or even overseas. No, they like to fight. And some of them might have like a criminal charge on their like a record, which is they cannot go get a good job.
so we have a vocational school at the top of our soil right near Sukhumvit. And it does seem like there might be like a school pride issue to this as well. Like
That's a
school,
reunion.
School spirit issue. So
Reunion
but
day.
it was a reunion. But what I'm saying is we were up on the main soy on Sukhumvit one time, and there was a reunion going on at the vocational school. And we see this bus come down the road just packed with guys chanting this school song. Right in the bus, they're smoking and drinking, hanging out. Right, guys are jumping out, buying flowers from the auntie who sells like
They
the
even cross the
garland.
road like illegal cross. Like they just think, oh, like 50 of us can stop the traffic and
Yeah.
cross the road now. It's fine.
Walking down the street, holding up their banners. And then I remember when I rode my bike past down the school. And the police are at the gate of the school checking everyone as they go in. There's just bottles lined up, like alcohol bottles lined up in front of the police car that people had to leave. So, I mean, they were there for a good time. But I think it's like that same sort of mentality, that same sort of like school spirit that, Alabama with Roll Tide type of thing, right? Like it's just not focused on like a sports activity. It's just focused on fighting each other. And I think that's the key to it, right? It's more about it's somehow they create this sense of pride within their school that makes them want to fight someone.
When I was student in Jula,
Yeah.
so our engineer and science, we have the shop shirt too,
So you
because we
fought-
work in lab.
Yeah, so you fought with the engineers?
No,
Good call.
university announced, do not wear the shop.
Really?
Like whoever wear it, drop it at school. Do not wear it outside.
Wow.
So for guys, like even they wear like white shirt and black pants, but with the belt, the school belt that has the crown on.
Yeah.
Some of those vocational school run and check like, where you from? What your school? I would like to see your belt, and when they see that's the crown from the prince,
Uh,
there's like, okay, just let that guy go with it. If he has a belt, something else like from other school,
Yeah.
he'll get beat up for sure.
happens. No one ever checked my belt.
You're not Thai. Obviously, they look at you and say, okay,
Just
no.
keep going.
Yeah.
Joe's seen The Creator 4 times. Ah, nice. It's on out here. You can in Thailand. You can see it on Disney
Oh.
Plus. The actually, it's funny because a lot of people have like mentioned to me that they noticed me in the movie, which is kind of cool.
Even it's just like couple second.
Yeah, it's enough. It's enough to recognize the beard. I think it was before I had the beard ponytail, which is a big beard. The beardy tail.
I think if you have this, they will ask you to untie it.
Maybe. But I told them they could trim it if they wanted to for the character, but they said no. They just cut my hair a little bit.
What hair?
Just like around the ears and stuff, like shape it. Because it was a little bushy when I went, and so they just trim it like a certain way, right? They just to make it look cleaner or whatever. They have like certain techniques.
Okay.
But yeah, not bad. Oh, it's talking about Joe got hacked again.
What?
So Joe says he got hacked. You
Oh,
almost tell him to
no,
stay off the
no.
shady websites. Yeah, Joe, there's enough free content on the internet, Joe. You don't have to go enter in your information to see it. Joe says he can't help himself. Yo, Eric, what's going on, man? How's things? Gangsters.
Yes. And in some small vocational school, some closed because of like the fight case.
That sounds like Damyai. We got Jib's checking on the cats. We have Nang Nua is here. There's a little gray cat. Was that Damyai, babe?
Maybe outside make long tours here.
Ah.
Bring long tour inside?
No, can't bring Nang Tua inside. If you hold her, you can bring her in. But don't let her loose inside.
Cannot promise that.
Then don't. So we got Nang Tua outside. We got and the one I hear I think is Damyai.
ใช่ใช่
He's like big black cat. He's like the head gangster cat of the neighborhood.
He is Al Pacino.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like the Al Pacino. He just walks around like strutting his stuff.
Go to every house that he wants.
Yeah. Like sometimes I'll see him in the morning while I'm bringing my motorbike out, and he's like, ah. I'm like, hey, come on, get some food, Damyai.
If I open the door for him, I think these two cats would jump out.
Probably, yeah. So say, are there Vietnamese coffee shops in Bangkok using the pin metal filters?
Huh?
Had the Hanoi egg coffee today in San Diego. Too sweet. I've never seen
Egg
it.
coffee? What is egg coffee?
Egg, well, they whip up an egg and put it in the coffee, like instead of milk for a latte.
Ah,
Yeah.
did you put soy sauce in it too? Oh, right.
But I've not seen it, but I'm sure there's someone doing it, for sure. Bored kids trying to impress each other will get you a school rivalry. Yeah, this is true. Kids with nothing better to do, right? Well, boys with nothing better to do will get into fights.
Like when I was in high school, I'm taking a bus back home, and some of those students get in a bus, and they try to flirt me.
Oh yeah, this is in high school.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit! They try to talk to me, and they even look at my name on my shirt because that time, every student has a name and last name, and they got the
ID number.
Yeah. So I don't know how many years after that, school canceled the name on shirt. Like,
It makes
it's so
sense.
scary. Like that time, I'm small. Like, oh, don't talk to me. Like, I don't look at them, and they try to like talk to me, like, get my attention. I feel like I would like to smash their face, but as I'm small, I don't know how to fight that time, so I didn't do anything.
Now you would.
Now I would, but I'm too old for them to flirt.
True. Unless one of them likes cougars. Big
One
game
time
hunter.
it's heard that I wore school uniform, the Royal School, walking up the MRT, and then there's someone run behind me and yell, auntie, if I want to go this place, which exit I took? It's like, who you call auntie? But then I look at him, it's like, okay, I deserve to be auntie because he's like 15 or 14. It's
Yeah.
like, but he shouts so loud, auntie, in a MRT. It's like, oh boy, you don't have to call me that loud. That's hurt.
Papa.
Yeah, but it's true that I'm pa now. It's like, oh shit.
I kind of like being long age.
Oh.
Yeah, I kind of fit the role of Uncle Well. You didn't see me in it, Joe? I'm in like the third act, like an hour 40 in or something. You find me. I tried to actually, it's on Disney Plus here. I tried to screen cap it, but Disney blacks out the whole screen when you try to screen cap it.
Take it with your phone.
Yeah, it's all have. But I thought it would be nice to have like a nice high res screen capture, but no such luck. But yeah, I think ultimately, right, it's a good movie. Hopefully, eventually it makes its budget back.
I hope that it will become like more famous when people can like watch it for free. I mean, like watch it on like other service, and they know, oh, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Because some is like that, like it's not make money in the theater, but when people have time to watch it at home, it's like, oh, let's try to watch this, and then, oh, it's a good movie. Why don't we watch it in theater?
It made its production budget back in the theater, barely. But the marketing budget still has to be kind of recouped, which is usually on parity with the production budget. And also keep in mind, like I've said before, it came out during the actors' strike.
Yeah,
So like the actors couldn't promote the movie.
that's bad.
Yeah.
I don't know why do that. Why they do that? Because it's affect their work.
Was I on the ship when it went boom? Well, they strike because they wanted more cash, right? They wanted better contracts and protections against AI.
But when they do this, the movie not make money.
Yeah, but it's what that's the point, is that you're trying to punish the studios.
And then studio not hire you again because your movie not make money.
Well, that's why they strike as a collective unit, so that they're all in it together, and then the studios can't just single people out. No, I wasn't on the ship when it went boom. Just before that, I did, however, voice one character on the ship. So, or in the control center, I voiced one character in the control center. They whip the egg yolk with the condensed milk. Tastes like a creamy, rich froth. Yeah, just too sweet. Sometimes they whip the yolk with coconut milk. Yeah, too sweet. Yeah, the condensed milk would definitely be too sweet, right? That's just pure sugar, essentially. The people in the Vietnamese coffee, whatever type of coffee they're using, tends to taste very chocolatey. Yeah. Let's see. Mr. Yule, just back to Vietnam from BKK. In Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh or whereabouts? OG Auntie Thug Life Jib. Pirate Bay torrent download for the creator. Wow. Yorma just hurting the industry. It was good, yeah. Movies, it'll be well known. Everyone will see it. Yeah, I think, hopefully it kind of gets to like a Blade Runner status where it's sort of iconic after the fact. Like Blade Runner didn't do well in theaters. And
Which one? The old one?
The original, yeah.
Maybe the idea of the movie is like too new that time.
Well, I don't think any of Jason Momoa's movies have done well in theaters. Joking. He was in that Fast and Furious movie. I'm sure that did well. Just teasing. No, Dune did really well. He was in that. I think Dune did really well in theaters.
Wow.
I don't think he's in the second one, though. I don't think he's in Dune 2.
I don't know.
At least he's not listed on the IMDb page for the movie. I'm denying, but moving to Saigon later. Vietnamese coffee has many types: condensed milk, salt coffee, egg. Egg is the sweetest. Some legit Vietnamese restaurants in BKK might serve it. Okay. What's the salt coffee? Because it is a trick that you can add a little bit of salt to bitter coffee, and it'll actually mellow the bitterness. Yeah, so it does something to mellow the bitterness. James Hoffman has a great video about why that works. James Hoffman's like the coffee expert.
Okay.
Right? Like he's definitely worth checking out. All right, Joe's gonna watch it after this ends. All right, screen capture me if you can, if you find me, and send it to me, Joe. Oh, let's talk about the fireworks factory explosion.
Oh, that's sad.
20 dead, right?
Maybe more than 20.
Yeah. So there was a fireworks factory. Do you remember what province it was in, babe? I didn't.
Suphanburi.
Suphanburi.
That's the problem. I said maybe we should move there.
Oh yeah. I thought it was Singbury. No, Suphanburi. Okay.
Did I say it's Singburi and closer to Bangkok is Suphanburi.
Oh, okay. So, fireworks warehouse or factory where
Factory.
they were
They're
making
making
fireworks. Okay, and it exploded. At least 20 dead.
Yeah.
Right, tons of property damage. Now, obviously, you're packing pyrotechnics. You know, things could explode.
Yeah.
Right, and I'm sure there were perhaps a lack of safety standards.
I don't know,
at
but
play.
that factory has a license.
Okay.
So they check and that's a legal one.
Okay.
Yeah, and like they have to really like use forensic science to say who is who.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that level of explosion. I mean, you're going to be looking at like
So
fragments
it's
of bone.
sad because it's like in one family there are many members
There's
work there.
our Yakuza neighbor, the straight pipe GSX.
So like in one family, more than one people work in that factory. So when they gone, it's like many.
Yeah,
Like
that's scary.
sad.
It's sad for the community, but also like we had the factory explosion.
so they
p-
said
pre-
like either last year or a few years ago, it was fire there. So one day, 3 injury.
Jib hears the cats. So yeah, whenever you have that type of factory, who's here now, babe? Ah, why are they fighting? Ah, so yeah, factory explosion. But you remember a few years ago, pre-pandemic, there was a chemical plant
Yeah.
explosion down in Samut Prakan.
Not far.
Yeah, not far
It's
from
far
here.
from here, but
Not
you
that far.
can hear the
Yeah.
bomb.
Yeah, you could hear the boom when it went off, and we could see the smoke from the fire.
I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, for sure,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
could. I mean, it was far, but it was close enough that like you could visibly see the fire.
So the thing is, with that type of a big chemical factory, it should not be in a residential area.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I agree.
Somehow
It's in the residential area.
that factory come before residential
Yeah.
area, like come from village.
Yep.
So like it's like a Bangkok office change the regulation, change the color in that area, become residential area.
Yeah, these things happen.
So the village can build around it. When we move next time, we check if any factory around the house that we're gonna move. Okay?
Okay, definitely. Oh, April 18th to 30, side trip to Hanoi. How long, baby? Oh, nice.
Ah,
Nice little.
to
So
drink more coffee.
to get more egg coffee. 420.
What is 420?
It's like a cannabis holiday.
Ah, okay.
Salt coffees from Hue, Central Vietnam, worth a shot. Okay. Add salt to my beer. Yeah, I've done that before. Add a little salt to the beer. Freshens it up a bit.
I add salt to Pepsi.
Yeah, Jib likes salt on Pepsi. So did you see this other story? Real life snakes on a plane.
Yeah.
Real.
I saw the short clip on
I-
Facebook.
I was just waiting for someone to jump up and say, I'm sick of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
Yeah, like no Samuel Jackson on a plane.
Right, I mean, I would have been
It's small though. It's like
I would have been petrified for sure. But I still would have jumped up and done my best Samuel L. Jackson impression. Right? So did they find out where the snake came from?
no.
It must have been in someone's luggage, I'm assuming.
So they, I think that's from Phuket.
Yeah.
So it can be like either it's like sneak in when they move the luggage to the plane,
Yeah.
something like that.
Do they have to have emergency landing?
I'm not sure. It seems like it's about to land
Yeah.
anyway. So the flight attendant like take care of that, like get into a bag, like a big
Yeah.
plastic bag. So first he tried to like make him go to like the bottle,
Yeah.
but it's not going in. So he grabbed like a big plastic bag, go
Yeah,
under,
get it.
and someone like a kind of,
I guess it wasn't a venomous snake.
I don't know, but it's small, so
Still can kill you.
yeah.
The
But
fact that no one screams, "I'm sick of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane," is just criminal.
Maybe no American there.
Everyone knows snakes on a plane. The movie. That's just you gotta.
Maybe only American has this joke.
I don't think only Americans have Samuel L. Jackson jokes. I am positive.
I don't know. Maybe they don't like grow up with this movie or culture that.
I am positive that Samuel L. Jackson is universally known, and he is. Everyone knows if you say motherfucker, it's Samuel L. Jackson. Yes.
Maybe your age.
Maybe my age. Maybe lung age and above. Lung to ta. That's the age range for Samuel L. Jackson jokes. Nong doesn't know.
Yeah.
Maybe P to ta. P to ta.
No, Ta is too old for that.
I don't think so. I definitely think there's some.
Like my dad, he doesn't care about Samuel L. Jackson.
Because he's American. Your dad's racist. That's why. So if Samuel L. Jackson was a Thai actor of the same age who did the same thing, you would know him. He's like if your dad was American, he would vote for Trump and think that non-whites are ruining the country. You got to stop immigration, close the border. Dana L. Jackson. So you know that is the equivalent of your dad. Your dad would totally be a MAGA hat wearing, close the border. These damn Mexicans are ruining our country. That would be your dad. I can see he's probably hanging out with his other Thai friends. These damn Farungs ruining our country. My damn daughter married one of them. What am I going to do? Going to have half-breed babies. Totally is. That's his personality, 100%. Joe's racist. He hates everyone. No, Joe, that just makes you an asshole. You're only racist if you hate people based on their race, obviously, or their nationality. I guess would make you a same thing. Yeah. If you hate everyone normally, you're just an asshole. Tease and jib. The one I was looking at, the other story that I thought was interesting, this Chinese warehouse was making counterfeit cosmetics, and it caused people to lose their hair.
Huh?
Yeah. So the police raided it. Apparently it's owned by a bunch of Chinese investors.
Where?
Somewhere in Thailand, like outside of Bangkok. They were making counterfeit cosmetics, and people were like, their hair was just falling out in chunks. Now, as a bald man, I
What?
sympathize with this issue, right? Like you got to hold on to that hair for as long as possible, right? And people, their hair was just like falling out.
So they're making hair loss shampoo, or it's not? It's a bad chemical.
It's bad chemicals, and it was like poorly made, no standards.
Oh.
And so people, I guess they were selling it online through like Facebook and stuff like that.
shit.
Police end up raiding the factory and finding all like this counterfeit cosmetic stuff.
Okay, from now on, we're gonna buy whatever like body care in a shopping mall.
Yeah, usually you get mom brings the what's it called, Yves Rocher or whatever.
Yeah, Yves Rocher.
And for you, and then I just use I don't obviously hair stuff I don't have to worry about, but
And then for thing with electric,
Yeah.
we gonna get it from shopping mall.
oh yeah. So my buddy gave me a electric kettle that is clearly like not made for Thailand. It had a Malaysian plug on it, and which I like that Malaysian plug generally because I think it's very secure when you plug it in. And I had to get a special power strip for it, and like it just like freaked out, melted the whole plug. But here's the thing: the kettle has a fuse. The kettle has a fuse in the plug, right? That's supposed to pop if it shorts. The fuse never popped. It shorted, melted, caught on fire. The fuse never popped. And I opened it up and there's a slug in the fuse. So it was just bad. It was just like unsafe. And so what's the name of the organization?
Ma'aka.
This is basically Thailand's version of Underwriter Laboratories of UL, right? So like in the US, we have the UL standardized or UL certified products, right? To say that it has been tested, it has been
safe.
certified as safe,
Yes.
right? And the standards that it's built to meet a certain criteria.
So we have like from what I know, it's like two different units. One is like Thai FDA for food and drug.
Yep.
And the other one is more alcohol for other stuff that you use in your life, like light bulb,
Yeah.
like a microwave, a fridge. So they must have this sticker on. But some still like get a fake one. You know, when you like check the number, it's gonna be like they just copy from other product and just print a sticker and put it on, which is wrong. So that's why we should get stuff from shopping mall like Home Pro or IKEA or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, or like from like if you buy it online, Jim just saw Joe's comment.
Yeah.
Joe, it reminds me there was a very famous First Amendment case, a freedom of speech case in the U.S. from Florida, where a guy had a sign on the back of his truck said "I eat ass," and this cop pulled him over. Was like, "That's lewd. You can't do this."
What's lewd mean?
Like rude.
Oh, rude. Okay.
Like, lewd is like obscenely rude.
Okay.
Right, and he's like, "You can't do this," and like yelled. He's like, "Look, if you don't scrape one of the letters off, I'm going to arrest you." And the guy's like, "Not going to do it. Go ahead, arrest me." They arrest him. He ends up suing the police on First Amendment grounds. Wins.
Oh.
Because it is a violation of First Amendment, no matter what no matter what the cop thought of it. So he ends up winning and goes back, puts his big sign on, and they made a documentary about it. And the cop says to him, he's like, "Well, what if my daughter saw this?" And I had to explain to her what that means. And in his interview in the documentary, he goes, "Look, man, your daughter's going to be eating ass soon enough anyway, so who cares?" I'm sure that cop was not happy. Great outcome for the story, though. I mean, First Amendment protections are important, right? Like, so what if the cop finds it offensive? You have to protect the freedom of speech, regardless if you agree with it or not. Yeah. So, Joe, you're in the right state for that. You need to get the sign on the back of your car, "I eat ass." Your matches, if you put that as your Tinder name, Joe, your matches will go through the roof. I remember a few years ago, there was this is like maybe 10 years ago, it's old. There was a chocolate company that would mold your asshole and make chocolate assholes for your loved ones.
Ow. No, don't do that to me.
Be too much hair in mine. Couldn't do it. Ms. Yall, you guys doing pretty well work-wise, or are you happy to else behind corporate work and live more relaxed lifestyle? Work-wise, I think we're pretty happy. Jim works at the Palace, right? I do a little bit of teaching plus make films. I mean, I'm pretty happy. Much happier than I was as an engineer.
Happy with my work, but it's hurt my body.
Well, because you're doing the embroidery project now.
Yeah, because it's like, I just realized that when I walk in that room, I just sit there until lunchtime. At least I have like a bottle of water that I sip during the period, that like a morning period. And then I just realized, I get up, have lunch, use the restroom, and then come back to work, afternoon half.
Yeah.
Sit all day, the rest of the day until it's 4 p.m., sometimes 4:30, before I start to get up again.
So
It's like
sitting too long.
That's why my body hurt
And then
everywhere.
wearing the magnifiers on your eyes all
Yeah,
day.
because now it's like the last part that put the goal on the work, which is very delicate. It has to like be like exact embroidery. That's it.
And Jiv will send me photos. She got the magnifiers on her eyes, and needles sticking through her fingers that she can't feel anymore.
Oh, actually, you can put on like a like private.
Okay, yeah. All
Because,
the
yeah, because not show to everyone outside because some is cannot show.
sensitive, yeah.
But like for the close community, I think.
Okay.
So you can see.
Frank is finally broken tick from buying random crap off the internet.
What?
Like non-certified electronics that blow up when you plug them in. Yeah, the kid won the case with the I Eat Ash truck. Oh, Joe says that's his buddy's truck. Of course it is, Joe.
Oh, really? Is it real?
Yeah, it's a real story. I'll show you the document.
I mean, it's a real, like, his friend.
You got to post a photo with that truck, Joe. That's going to be your profile pic. You can only make electronics so cheap before they become dangerous. Same for food and health products. You can't save enough to cover the hospital bills. This is true.
Yes.
This is true. Ass Man on Seinfeld. Yeah, I remember that. Put up a link for that. Embroidery is hard work, requires real passion. Yeah, I mean, it definitely is. I would say for Jib, I would say for you, I definitely see it as like, if you weren't passionate about it, you wouldn't be able to physically work that much on those projects.
Really?
For the like the ones for the palace that require like that much detail, that much.
So you feel the tip of my finger is hard now.
Yeah, it's like calloused.
This and this some of this like.
And you see it rubbing like on my hand, but yeah, no, it definitely is like calloused, right?
Yeah.
Like you can definitely feel it.
So I sent the picture to you the other day that needle goes through and it's stuck there. I was like, oh.
Don't even notice.
Yeah.
It really is, like I said, it's a passion to be able to work that amount to be able to work that much on that is kind of like you have to have passion for it. Like the hours you're putting in to finish that piece.
I don't know, but I just want to do it.
Yeah. And not everyone could.
Is it called passion?
I think the fact that you can sit there for like 5 hours straight and work on it.
So it's like 4 each section, 3 to 4.
Tough physically. Absolutely. How popular was Seinfeld in Thailand? That's a good question.
What's that?
Seinfeld was a TV show. I think that answers your question, Seth. How popular was it? Jim had to ask what it was.
Maybe not for me. Maybe someone else watched it.
It was popular, I think, for people like our age to slightly older than us.
Oh.
But it became very. If it existed today in the U.S., it'd be super memeable.
Oh.
It's already very memeable. Like people go back and make memes from it.
Beverly Hill. I know that series.
Yeah.
But I never watched it. But I know it's popular.
Okay.
I know the name.
Oh.
But Seinfeld.
Seinfeld's a very funny comedian. Sure. He had a show co-written with Larry David, who did Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I know like ER.
Yeah, no. It was like just a cast of characters who live in New York, all very funny.
So maybe funny, like American joke is not fun for us.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why it's never.
It's definitely American comedy. But I would definitely say it was like a boomer Gen X type of thing that was popular. And like I said, if it existed today, it would be the most memeable show, period. Oh, some cat sex going on out in the driveway. Oh, Joe's going to get that photo tomorrow. Nice.
Oh, I thought you were going to get chocolate.
No. Need the link so I can get it made. Oh, the chocolate ones.
Oh, I think on tour trying to get in the house.
Ah, is that what's going on?
Because when I called him, he tried to run to the door. So maybe he tried to get away from Nong Tao.
Oh. Joe's gonna send the chocolates to all his subscribers. Joe's subscriber count just tanked. But his subscribers will pick up with a different
Oh my
group
God.
of people.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Joe. Don't.
Oh, Eric, thank you for the super
Oh,
chat.
it's coming back.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Got to go to Soy 3 for some Indian food for lunch. Nice to catch you. Hey, thanks for coming by,
Thank
Eric.
you.
Enjoy Soy 3. Good food. I went to
okay.
after the DMX show, my friends and I went to a shawarma place called Seafood on Soy 3. It just got a big sign up front that says seafood, but they sell shawarma. So it was like 2 in the morning. We had just come back from DMX.
2 in the morning.
Yeah, 2 in the morning.
2 in the morning, and you have to work the next morning.
Did we work the next day? No, I don't
Yeah.
think so. It was a Friday.
No.
Oh, no, it was a Tuesday. Yeah.
And because
Yeah, I remember
Matthew
it was a
drive.
Tuesday. Yeah, because Matthew stayed here and we went to work the next day. Yeah, no, it was it was a Tuesday. So 2 in the morning, we're at Soy 3 eating shawarma. And just like crazy people watching. Yeah, right, it was a Tuesday. DMX on a Tuesday night. Amazing concert, though. Amazing. In Bangkok, watching DMX. And then eating shawarma at 2 in the morning. Yeah. Good time. That was my buddy's first concert ever. And actually, the same buddy went to high school with, I think I told you, Ice Cube. But yeah. Jim's reply answered the question. Yeah, what's Seinfeld?
Sorry.
Yeah, Soup Nazi would translate for sure. There's a lot of stuff from it that would be funny no matter what, but a lot of it's very American, right? If you think about it, like the jokes, the culture. It's also like very sort of like New York.
So I think that time, if they buy the show on air here, not many people gonna get a joke. Like,
Yeah,
why
maybe.
it's funny? Why
True,
they
it was
laugh?
the 90s, 2000s.
Like, remember even the Guardian of the Galaxy that we watched in Scala? That's it's one scene that Chris Pratt walked into one room and then you laugh right away. It's
Yeah.
like, what is that? I don't get it.
Yeah.
And you say something about like a painting on the wall or the music there or something that I don't get it. I have no idea why it's funny.
There's definitely a few things, and in Seinfeld is like this very like New York Jew kind
So
of
you see,
comedy.
like even this time that I watch a lot of movie, and it's so easy to get to know culture from the internet. I still don't get that part of the movie.
Yeah, you miss it at some points.
Like I don't understand why it's funny or why it's like I don't understand it. So think about that time long ago for
Yeah,
internet.
true.
How can people get it if like that Thai people didn't grew up in US or live in New York to work for a while and then come back here and watch that series? No one gonna get it.
Actually, I got a funny story from work the other day. I was sitting down at the cafe, and this girl who from South Africa who we work with, she's like, "Oh, I don't mean to pry, but are you Muslim or are you Jewish?" I'm like, "What?" Yeah, like
Why are you Muslim? I don't
so
get
she
it.
gave me just those two options. I think she was obviously talking about my beard, right? And I'm like, well, neither. And she's like, I just thought because of the beard that you were one or the other, and I couldn't figure it out. I'm like,
why?
no.
I don't understand.
Yeah, so I'm like, no, neither. And I was telling one of my buddies about this. He's like, now she's really confused because she's like, wait a minute. So he looks like that on purpose. Like he chooses to look that way. And why? I don't get it.
Maybe because she never see you eat like pork.
I don't know. I think just because of the beard. But then my other buddy, Matthew, the one who I brought to DMX, he's like, oh, you should convert to Judaism, and then you can get an Israeli citizenship. And so he starts Googling like the process to convert to be Jewish. He's like, oh, there's a Knesset here in Bangkok. They'll do the whole process for you. You can convert with them. Then you get Israeli citizenship, get the Israeli passport. Then if you ever get into trouble, like get an international warrant, you can just go back to Israel and they won't extradite you. So he's got this whole thing worked out in his head. He's like, you can become like an international arms dealer, and then when you finally get caught, just boom, back to Israel. All this off of like having a beard and some girl not realizing that it wasn't religious. Very, very, yeah. Don't judge a beard by its cover. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, the cats are going at it. You hear that? This is prime cat time. We don't usually get the cat pornos going on in the driveway. Pull up the security footage.
I'm not sure if you can see.
It'd be funny if you open up the security footage and there's a cat just...
No toys, young.
Oh, they just on Thai Netflix, the first the first 3 seasons of Yellowstone were just added to Thai Netflix. So now I got to get Jib to watch the first 3 episodes of first 3 seasons of Yellowstone. It's kind of like, it's sort of like very Sons of Anarchy-esque with like the family gangster dynamic, but cowboys instead of bikers.
Yeah.
So there's a character in there that would be very much like a Gemma-esque character. Oh, Taka's back. My Japanese neighbor. Yeah, that's definitely his bike. So we're gonna get you on the Yellowstone, hooked on Yellowstone now.
I like Kevin Costner.
What's that? Yeah, he's good. He's good in this. There's only 5 seasons.
But I mean, like, to watch series, it takes time.
Yeah, but you just work and you listen and watch.
And I can miss some scene that, it's no word, so I cannot hear. I don't know that I should look at it.
True.
Because for like American movie and series, the thing I like is like sometimes you don't have to talk.
Yeah.
It just like you just look and it can explain thing. Different from Thai soap opera, because somehow they like to make character talk to
Non-stop.
talk to like themselves, like. So it should be like thing that you think in your head, but that character gonna say it and like talk to themselves.
Gotcha.
It's weird, but that's how
That's their
the
style.
show. Yeah.
Like Craig says, Abraham religions have a prohibition on cutting your beard if you're a married man. Not a lot of Hebrews around. Jeb, more Muslim. You have operated in the region, though, correct? Yes, I guess. Well, I think there's a lot of Israelis in Bangkok. Huh. Either way. Can you really get citizenship by... Yeah, they have this thing called right of return. So if you're Jewish... From what my friend was showing me, I haven't researched this myself. My buddy Matthew pulled this up.
Maybe you need proof something that you have like ancestor related
No.
to Israel.
So from what he showed me, no, because none of the Jews are really related to... Like, all the ones who went back, it's only been a country since 1947.
But I mean, like let's say if we say the same thing about becoming Chinese.
Yeah.
I can say that my dad's parents, so my grandparents, they are Chinese.
Yeah, but being Jewish is both a religion and an ethnicity, right? That's different than being Chinese, right? Being Chinese isn't a religion. So you can convert to be the religion, right? And then they have this thing called right of return, from what my friend showed me about Israel, that if you're Jewish, you can get Israeli citizenship almost instantly.
I mean, like right to return, but you're not from there. Why you return?
It's just what they call it. Because they consider it like
Confused.
they say it's their historic homeland, right? Like
Okay.
that's where they're from, right? But in reality, it wasn't a country before 1947.
I
It didn't
know.
exist.
But I mean, like, if their ancestor not relate to it, and why they call return? So, like, for me, I can return to China because
Well, that's basically what they're saying. It's their historic homeland, right? That's what they believe that they should be able to go back to. Thai cat.
yeah, I saw she jump on that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
So, but yeah. So this is my buddy's plan. He thinks that I should convert and get the citizenship, get the second passport. 2 years of, he says it's just 2 years of study and a couple baths, and you're Jewish. I'm sure, this is the other thing, I'm sure there are people who have thought of this in the past to try to get other citizenship, and they go ahead and they've tried to do this. So I'm sure there's like some type of system in place to block it. Here, the reason they allow right to return in many people's opinion is because ideas get people, not the other way around. Opinion
So they
is
want more
because ideas get
population?
people. Well, it's already like they're a very, very small geographic state, and it's got a very high population density.
Oh.
Yeah. So Seth says, I'm reading online. If you convert, you can migrate to Israel to claim citizenship. Yeah. Yeah, if you convert. So if you're Jewish, you can go to Israel, become a citizen.
Why would I want to go there?
No, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying, like, if you wanted another passport, you convert, become a citizen, boom.
Okay.
Like, it's kind of like, it's also like, if you think about it, if you convert, you know, and like, say you were from a country that had a weak passport situation,
Oh.
or you wanted a second passport to be able to get around limitations of your existing passport. Right. So I think like the Israeli passport is very close power wise to the U.S. passport, except you can't visit any Muslim countries. Right. You're barred. Like even Malaysia, you can't visit on an Israeli passport.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Muslim majority countries generally do not allow Israelis to visit.
Okay.
That's why a lot of Americans, if you visit, I don't even think Turkey you can visit if you're Israeli. But a lot of Americans, if they go to Israel, they'll have the stamp put on a disposable page, like a piece of paper that's an insert, so that they don't have this Israeli stamp in their passport. So that if they go to like a Muslim country or they have to transit in a Muslim country, then it's not an issue. Yeah. It's interesting, right?
Hate it.
So I might be able to go to Israel boys. I might be going to Israel. There you go. Yeah. Maybe it'll be Idea Studio Tel Aviv. You also have a lot of tattoos on your arm, Dana. Good luck with that. Oh, tattoos a no-go for... I know Jews with tattoos. I'm covered in tattoos. Maybe I'd have to get like a big Star of David, like where I plan to do the Rahu. Our tattoo... I know Muslims aren't supposed to be tattooed, but I know a bunch of Jewish people with tattoos. Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Mikvah. In the mikvah. What's the mikvah? I'm unsure of that. So the Craig obviously has some insights here that I need to get from him. Again, I'm not planning this. I'm not planning. This is my friend's kind of like joke idea based on this question from the girl. Right? Like, ultimately, right? It's not something I would go through with. Like, I'm not trying to convert to a religion just to get a passport. But it was his kind of like joke idea. But it's an interesting one. It's an interesting kind of concept to it. I have my old roommate in college, Colin, is Jewish, but he was very, very like pro-Israel. To this day, like even like his Facebook is mostly contained with like pro-Israel stuff. He doesn't He works for the U.S. government now. He doesn't post it, or no, he works for a defense contractor that works for the U.S. government, I should say. So he doesn't post as much as he used to. But like that was always like his personality. However, like he also wasn't like a very like strict Jew. Like loved bacon. Like bacon was like his favorite
Cannot
thing.
eat?
They don't eat pork. Like strict Jews don't eat pork.
Okay.
He ate bacon every day for breakfast. Probably still does. He grew up. His whole family eats it. He grew up eating bacon.
Okay.
Right. And
So it's a prohibit?
it's
thing?
prohibited. It's they call it, what's it called? Kosher.
I heard that name before.
It's similar to halal.
So it's difficult to pick your food.
No, not difficult. I mean, like especially if you live in like a major city, like there's almost always a kosher deli, right? So you can get like kosher meats
Like
and
here,
sandwiches.
like-
There's a kosher deli in Bangkok. I've seen it. Yeah.
Really? Or maybe I don't like pay
Yeah.
attention because I don't know it.
But yeah, that's anyway, that's very, very, like I said, he's super pro-Israel. He belongs to all these pro-Israel groups. But like I said, he doesn't post anymore, I think just because he works for a defense contractor. And it just would be bad form. Yeah. But, is what it is. But yeah, he did love the bacon. Colin is such a cool guy. I haven't talked to him in years. I think last time we chatted was like maybe 5 years ago. Man, probably the best roommate I ever had. Just a great guy.
Nice.
Jews with tattoos sounds like it interesting. And I didn't keep in mind, dude. I think they were marked with tattoos during World War II. So that's probably not a great idea for a wedding. Like that could be misconstrued. Yeah. That feels like it. While the name is catchy, I feel like it would be insensitive. Yo, Uncle Craig, what's up? How everyone? I just you're here from the pizza farm. Yo, when you ready to fire up that coal fire? You get that New Haven of beets out in Kampeng Pet.
So you're gonna ride that?
Yeah, as soon as I'm gonna be up there for the inaugural pizza coming out of that oven. That's a trip I'm gonna make for sure. Oh, here we go. Yeah, you do. They were born Jews. You were not. So there would be a distinct discussion amongst the Beit Din at the synagogue regarding your tattoos. They really don't like any sack because it's associated with. Oh, this got cut off. In fact, because it's associated. I'm assuming it's associated with the Holocaust is what he was going to say. Listen, in the Holocaust, they tattooed numbers on Jews, right? To catalog them as like they were cattle, right? So it's like this. So I could see how like the idea of like that would be offensive. Yeah. Anyway, Craig, like I said, it's not something I was taking seriously, but it was funny. It was a funny distinction. It was just like a funny idea my buddy had when the girl thought like I was either Muslim or Jewish, based on my beard. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's like a combination of like the beard and the glasses, like the little round glasses, kind of give me like a funny kind of vibe, I guess. But I think it's mostly just the beard that she got the idea from. But yeah, I could definitely see the there'll be a discussion right, based on the tattoos. Interesting. I mean, it's one of those things too, religion wise. Such like a if you were gonna convert, like you really would have to. Like it'd have to be something you were super passionate about just on the fact that, or like very serious about, just on the fact that it takes a while, right? There's a whole process of learning to it. And it's like you're also like joining a group that's like highly discriminated against in general, right? So like you'd have to like really probably be very passionate and like forward about it, right? Because it's like you think about in America, there are whole groups that hate hate Jews for no reason other than they're Jewish. And there's all these conspiracy theories about world domination. Like Jews control the global banking empire. And let's be honest, if they did, they wouldn't be opening the doors to conversions. Like they're not just gonna let you in. But yeah, it's a weird thing. Anyway, let's talk about conversions. Get the tall hat, you'd fit right in the Hasidic community.
What's that?
Maybe look wise, but not.
What's that?
Maybe not belief wise. I think they're super conservative, right? Hasidic Jews are the ones who wear like they're very like old fashioned, I guess. Super long beards. They have the long locks that come down.
Like have hair.
Yeah, the strings that stick out of their. They have like these prayer strings, I think, that they wrap around their arms and they stick out of their.
Huh?
Yeah, their outfit.
Oh.
My buddy, like I said, Colin, who I lived with in college for a while. I think 2 years we lived together. He explained a lot like the Hasidic stuff to me. And there was a girl in our dorm as well who was Jewish. And she was like where Colin was like very kind of like his family was Jewish. Like they went to synagogue and everything, but like he wasn't like strict, right? They said he ate bacon, whatever. He's kind of like Jewish in the way that Catholics are Catholic in America. Like he would go to synagogue occasionally. Like he would like go through the motions of the religion, but he wasn't religious. Whereas like, it's like being Catholic in America where it's like, yeah, you go to church every now and like on Easter Sunday or Christmas, whatever. And that's it.
So like we do here.
Yeah, similar, like how Buddhists here, right? So, but there was a girl in our school who was like, I think very conservatively Jewish. Even like she didn't wear like all black, but she always dressed very modestly. And I didn't know she was Jewish. I just thought she was like a hippie chick. Because she would always wear like these long dresses and like blouses. I just thought she was kind of like hippie-ish. Until Colin told me like she's just a really conservative Jew, and she would invite him like he said she invited him over to like for like some ceremony, like religious thing, and he was like, "Nah, I'm busy. I gotta do something." But that's how non like conservative. But like I said, like super pro Israel guy, and later in life. Okay, I love Pizza Kitchen. Yeah, like that oven looks like it's gonna be awesome. I showed you the video. He's building a whole stone pizza outdoor kitchen with a domed charcoal thing. Here we go. Okay, it says you do not just convert. It takes about 2 years. You have to live with the community and relearn how to do every part of your life, not just bacon. You have to have kosher. You have to be kosher. Your vegetables. Bugs, no sakyant, no crosses, no polytheism like Garuda. Wow.
You have Hanuman. No.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah. No sakyant. Yeah. So yeah, I'm covered in sakyant, so definitely would be a no.
Yeah.
Yeah. No cross is not a big deal. No crosses in my life. No polytheism like Garuda.
What's that? Polytheism.
Polytheism is like a belief in multiple gods.
Who believe in multiple gods?
So like Hindus, right? They have multiple gods.
Okay.
Yeah. Like Shiva, Ganesh. Garuda's not a god though, right? Garuda's a Garuda's not a god. It's
Not-
Birdman.
Not God, but he is like a powerful bird.
Yeah. But
So
I think
actually, it's in Thai story. So he has the same power, same as Narai.
Okay. But yeah, Craig, obviously I know so little about this, Craig. Like less than 1% knowledge on the idea, right? It was just
It's even 1%.
not even less than 1%. Like I know so little about it. It was just based on like a my friend's joke idea to convert to get citizenship.
Because outside you look fit for
Based on this one
that.
comment from this one girl.
No.
But he said it takes 2 years, right? You don't just convert. It's 2 years of work. You know, which is, you know, it was 2 years to convert. Whereas, like, if you want to convert to Islam, they have a thing that you say and you're converted. That's all it takes.
Really?
Yeah.
To just say it?
Yeah.
Well, for Buddhism,
Is there an official conversion process for Buddhism?
no. But I remember when I was in school, grade, I think grade 7.
Yeah.
As our school just across the road from the temple.
Yeah.
So, well, that time there's the subject, one subject
Yeah.
is we study about Buddhism.
Okay.
So teacher gonna, like I said, the day that we all like student the same year go to temple and we pray something,
Yeah.
that she said, this is how we say that we are Buddhism.
Yeah.
That's it. Just like pray, follow the monk pray, something
Okay.
like that.
Oh.
Yeah, just that. It's like you don't have to prepare anything. You just go there, pray. Like wear kind of white clothes, that's all. I think from what I remember long ago,
Yeah.
it's just that.
Okay.
And nothing, like, let's say when we were born,
Mm.
it's already written on the birth certificate that we are Buddhism. Unless
Buddhist.
Unless, like, if you have like half kid, they might ask, oh, what religion you would like to write on it.
Yeah.
Can be Christian if you want, or can be Buddhist.
Yeah.
You can choose. So, of course, Thai family, most of Thai family, okay, just say Buddhist.
Yeah.
And they don't even have to take kid to temple if they don't want.
True.
Nothing to do. Just say, oh, Buddhist.
This is a funny thing that Craig mentioned. You happen to see the story about the New York tunnels last
What's
year.
that?
These, I don't know.
Is it subway?
No. This Jewish community dug tunnels underground.
Tunnel. Okay.
Illegal
to do
tunnels to get from one building to another or something. I didn't see the whole, like I saw clips of the story. I'll find it after. But I saw a great meme that said, what he said, it was like the Goodfellas, the Jewish Goodfellas. It was a video clip of them arresting the guys who were like doing the tunnel and bringing them out of the building. And someone did a voiceover in like a New York accent. Yeah, like they got us all. There he goes, Danny Dreidels, Manny Menorah. He's like giving them all like these like gangster names. And like as they're pulling them out. And I thought it was funny. It was like, I think it was like the Jewish Goodfellas. Joe believes in Zeus. Chased by Cray Cray. My great grandmother's family were still chase me down. I come to the feast 2 a year. All conservative ladies. Christians have 3 gods. Dude, I grew up Catholic. They always talk about, they got like, what do they got? God. And then Jesus, the Son of God. The Virgin Mary, supposedly never had sex, had a baby. Her husband was like, oh my God. But then 3 random dudes showed up with gifts. Go figure. You're not crossing any lines at all. Not that I'm a rabbinical expert. Everyone loves you, Thank you, Craig. Yeah, like I said, I don't know anything about it. I find it super interesting. No, the tattoo thing is interesting. That it would be, the tattoos themselves would be a no-no. Like I said, I know a couple guys, and even when I was in the Army, we did a training exercise with some IDF operators, and they all had tattoos, which was interesting. Now that I think of it, not all, but like most of them that I can remember
Maybe they're
had
not strict.
tattoos. Yeah. What badass military? Like the most like battle tested military on the planet.
Oh.
Yeah, like especially if you're like special ops and like IDF, like if you're a special unit. But I think just in general, like, they're, essentially been at war since 1947. So, or been in conflict, maybe not at war, but in conflict since 1947. So, experience makes you sharp. And that's a lot of experience. Joe says, I've been told that I am a god many times. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Daddy Dreidels is classic.
So don't read that with the voice.
I think it was like the meme. It was on Instagram. It was like like the Jewish Goodfellas in New York. It was like video of them arresting the guys who dug the tunnels, bringing them out all in handcuffs.
Like is that own building or what?
I don't know the specifics. I think what it was is like some type of office. I think there was a synagogue in the same building, and there was like an office for a Jewish organization. And then there was like a community center that this other like more conservative group rented. And they were digging tunnels underneath that to get access to another building in some way. I don't know all the specifics, but you can imagine like digging a tunnel under the city under buildings is very dangerous, right? It compromises the structural integrity, but also New York has a very high water table.
Oh.
So you've got very wet sand or soil that shifts quite a bit.
It might collapse.
Yeah, something to consider.
Dangerous.
Kione, what's going on, brother? Out in Coquitlam. Better late than never. Oh, you never late, bro. You never late. Always on time.
Oh, next time when you come to Bangkok, let's go to Base Beef. No, I would like to eat.
Okay. Best beef next to Kione's.
Thai.
All right, deal.
You cannot eat.
No, they have seafood.
Oh,
Yeah. Can get seafood.
okay.
Yeah. We gotta go like weekday. We gotta go early though, because it's like crazy busy at night. I drive by sometimes. It's like packed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
But it's a big place, right? So there must always be seating. Like you see like hundreds of tables. Yeah. They do the charcoal there, or it's
I don't know. I never been there.
Keone was just there the other day with his two friends.
No
His
one
French
to
friend and
go
his Japanese friend.
I have no one to go with.
Like you'll be back today, or you mean next weekend? I'll be back by this weekend. Like today's Sunday, bro. What's up? Uncle Craig, yeah, they shut it down with vacate order because of improper shoring.
What's that?
Shoring, like setting up the building.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I think in New York, right, like the water table's so high because Manhattan's an island,
Oh, okay.
right? And it's surrounded by a river.
So it's sinking like Bangkok?
So there's a very active system to pump water out of Manhattan.
Okay.
That's why when they get when hurricanes actually hit,
Yeah.
like Manhattan floods. Yeah.
So it's for the subway?
Yeah. Remember, we've seen the video of the water
Yeah,
pouring down.
and
Yeah. That's New York.
What did they do with that? Like pump water out?
Yeah, they have these massive pumps.
And how can they dry the system?
No, they pump it back into the river. They're just
I mean, like, it's already wet. Like the
Yeah.
rail and everything wet.
Just have to let
the
it
train
let it
wet.
work its way out.
Eh.
I remember when this is gonna be 15 years ago when they had big floods, maybe 10 years ago, and Neil deGrasse Tyson posted a video that someone had moved their car up to a street level so it wasn't in their underground parking because the underground parking had flooded and all these cars were floating up at the top.
Oh.
But this guy had moved his Bentley up to street level in Manhattan, and the Bentley flooded and was floating on the street. And like you
Ow.
could see like when the water had receded, like all like the dirt lines on the
Oh,
car.
with
Yeah.
that, why they don't move out?
What's that?
Why they don't move out of Manhattan?
Well, if you're living in Manhattan, that's where you're gonna be. Yeah.
And why you want to move out of Bangkok? It's the same situation,
It-
and we already here.
Oh, well, 50-50. I want to have a place to. I want a bug out location. That, what did he say? This is interesting. That IDF is the best myth got smoked. I don't know that was. I think that was an intelligent. I'm on the fence that I don't think it was an intelligence failure, Craig. Like just thinking strategically. I think that they knew exactly when that was going to go down. Like I don't think they knew date and time, but you wouldn't be able to convince me that Israeli intelligence didn't know something was in the works. Not that it was going to happen on the 7th October, but you couldn't convince me something wasn't known, and that I think if the IDF was ready, their response would have been different. I think Bibi thought that this would work in his favor. To if it went down, right? He's very well stated that what his goals are. He even talked about sabotaging the Oslo Accords. So I don't know. That's a complicated one, but I think there's no way they didn't know something was in the works. Personally. But the IDF itself, like I said, the guys who I trained with were clearly hard dudes, very well, very sharpened, way I'll put it. Joe was in Manhattan when the water was up to his knee. Yeah. Well,
You can survive Bangkok for sure,
Yeah,
Joe.
we've been in Bangkok when it's been that high.
Huh?
Our soy has gotten that high.
Yeah, so you can survive Bangkok for sure, Joe.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but it happens here a little bit more frequently. A bug out with a coal-fired oven. Yes. I'm waiting for that. Oh, so what's the coal that you just like regular Thai charcoal? What do you use to fire that bad boy up? What are you thinking, Uncle Craig?
Just use charcoal like we make khanom kok from
Yeah.
it.
You're gonna need a lot of it, right? It's gonna get to like 900 degrees. Slide that pizza in there. Pull it out. Tomato pies at Uncle Craig's. Uncle Craig's a beets. Uncle Craig's bong nok a beets. That's the way. This is the way. New Haven style pizza out on the bong nok. Ready for a road trip?
I will take train and you pick me up at the train station.
No, jump on the bike. We head up.
No.
Yeah.
You go by yourself. It's lighter. Do not carry my weight.
More fun.
No.
All right, I'm going to buy the Africa Twin, and we're going to ride up to Uncle Craig's on the Africa Twin.
Tell me, how can we get out of this soy?
That will be half the time of the travel. The Africa Twin's not as big as the Goldwing, right? It's much more narrow. It's like a rally bike.
No. Next time, when Uncle Craig gonna make pizza, we ask your name to go. I sit with him and his wife, and you ride.
Oh, not fun. Let's sit in the back. We'll get an Africa Twin. You just sit in the back. We'll get you a little chair. You're like, all passed out. No go.
No.
Not George Soros. The main question is, how's Dana's Thai?
Huh?
What does he say here? Little Google Translate action going
So
on.
it's a banana durian. What is it going on? What I don't. It's not make sense for me.
A little Google Translate action, I think.
It's incorrect in Thai. I don't know what you mean. Sorry.
I'm okay to get a ski-doo with a waterboard. Uncle Craig, when I'm camping in a non-permissive environment, I often use charcoal for cooking. No smoke. You do a lot of stealth camping, Craig? Get out there in the...
Still camping.
Oh, it's a thing. Like, a lot of people do. There's a guy, Steve Walls, I think is his name. Great channel. Stealth camps all over Canada. Behind, like, street signs, like, in front of police stations.
And why he does that?
It's fun. It's fun for him.
For fun?
Yeah. Sometimes he'll just, like, he'll find a place and he's like, can I just set up, like, a sleeping bag here and, like, camp? Slept under a bridge. Like, one time he found, like, there was, like, a sign said, welcome to a city.
Yeah.
He set up a little camp behind the sign and stayed the night. He's done, like, a bunch of, like, like, in America, they have, like, these highway islands that will be, like, a big piece of land, like, between the two sides of the highway.
Okay.
And usually it's just, like, to maintain a green space, kill some noise type of thing.
Okay.
They'll have a bunch of trees. Like, he'll sneak into those and, like, set up a camp for the night and then take off in the morning. And, like, someone will come pick him up and he'll just jump in and off he goes. One time he camped behind a McDonald's drive-thru. Like, you don't really have here, but in America we have, like, drive-thrus at McDonald's.
We have it here too.
Oh, you drive your car in? Okay.
Yeah.
Where? I've never seen it.
104.
Really? Okay, that makes sense. But he set
So
up camp right behind the sign where people order.
So here, like a Burger King on Nut Nhé,
Oh, they have
Remember?
drive-thru on the Burger
It
King?
is.
Okay.
next to Lotus.
Okay.
That standalone Burger King.
Oh, yeah. Joe's gonna pull me on the board while he's in the ski-doo. All right, I think it's time to wrap up. It's been it's 2 hours. We got some stuff to do today. Jim's gonna go check on our cats that are having sex out in the driveway. Thank you for rocking with us as always, guys. Much appreciated. I will schedule next week's on the right day and time. I'll proper schedule
calendar.
it for the next week's live stream. I'll give a quick update that we are, moving into the final phases of everything for the Sakyan documentary. So that will be out hopefully end of Q1 maybe, once the edit's done. I got a few more things to shoot, and I think the finishing touches. And then also got to finish up the Jay Jackson piece, and then something else I've been working on as well will come out after that. So all in the chamber, guys. Hopefully get something out there for you soon. Again, thanks for rocking with us. We greatly appreciate it, and we'll see you next week.